Here we have the boys 3A mile coming up. They're towing the line.
They are off. This should be a really interesting race. Excited to see this.
Fun to see how this one plays out.
I have a biased heart for 3A. I competed 3A in high school, so we'll see what happens here.
So this is your field.
A long time ago. All right, we're coming up on 200. We got quite the pack. Round 31 seconds.
That's a pretty fast first 300 or first 200.
Yeah, especially for the tide of pack as it's keeping. This may turn into an interesting race.
Looks like they're kind of forming a line though. There might be 2 men wide, 3 men wide on some spots, but
Yeah.
staying pretty close to each other.
Quite opposite of what we saw in the 2A race. They were pretty much in single file by now. All right, 400 coming through at 64.
That's a good pace for a high school mile.
So that is Jaden in the lead.
Yep, followed by Nick Hill from Pineview.
And let's see. Let's see how this plays out. Jaden is kind of breaking the rest of the pack, and in fact, the top 10 are kind of breaking the bottom half as well.
They're looking for those top 8 spots here. The top 8 are going to score points for their team.
And it's you can kind of tell that there's kind of already a pack forming between the top 8 and the rest. You know, there's those people that are going for it, and those people are maybe second guessing themselves at this point.
It can be kind of discouraging when you see that you're out of the top 8, and if it's not within striking distance, it can kind of get to you mentally.
65 on that lap, so still keeping it pretty good on this pace.
That's 209 for the first 800, so that's a good pace.
Yeah, if they held that would
Be about a 418.
be really good.
Jaden's still stringing it out, and there's a gap between him, and then that's Eric Lambert in second, and then another gap about the same distance, and that's the chase pack.
And the biggest gaps form on this lap for the mile because people start having mental battles with themselves.
They're going to be coming up on the last lap after this home stretch.
So Eric is really looking to get Jaden right now.
Yeah, he's closing that gap pretty quick. And Jaden's looking back. He sees him coming. He knows he still has one more lap to go. And
Wow, you can see Jaden is really feeling it right now.
yeah.
Well, he was running that whole lap by himself. Maybe he went out a little bit too quick.
And you can see some of them start to just take off and really switch gears as they realize this is the last lap.
You know, there's something about that bell when it goes off. You just get like an adrenaline rush.
And Jaden's reclaiming his lead over Eric. He did not give up after...
Nick Hill is closing that gap. He wants to be in the top 3.
Yeah, he was back there with the pack, but it looks like he really separated himself, and he's coming up on them pretty fast.
And he is going right by them. Holy crap. Nick Hill.
He's not slowing down, but Jaden is not letting anyone
Is
take his lead.
Jaden going to be able to recover it?
He's kicking. The last home stretch, Jaden, who led most of the race, looks like he takes the lead again
Jaden's got it.
from Desert Hills.
Nick is second. Came from, I don't know what he was in, 4th place before for one lap to go. I'd
Then
like to
Eric
see
in
his split
third.
on that.
McCade in 4th from Canyon View. So Jaden with a 421 wins it.
And Nick was right behind him with 422. No.
So it was kind of those top 3 where there was made a lot of the moves throughout the race. Jaden, Nick Hill, and Eric Lambert.
We'll give a little shout out to Nick Hill, who was in 6th place with 400 meters to go.
And in 200 meters, he actually took the lead.
And he ran that last 400 meters in 60 seconds.